and Evan Siegel. Item 3, RS 2025-1704, a resolution amending BL 2025-912 to approve a sponsored research agreement between Vanderbilt University and the Metropolitan Government, Nashville and Davidson County, acting by and through the Department of Water and Sewerage Services. Sponsors Toombs and Evan Siegel. Item 4, RS 2025-1705, a resolution to amend ordinance number BL 2025-1013 to authorize the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County to add the abandonment and acceptance of water and sanitary sewer main and easements and to update map and parcel information for now 2 properties located at 460 James Robertson Parkway and 300 Gay Street. MWS project numbers 25-WL-39 and 24-SL-168 and proposal number 2025M-120ES-002. Sponsors Coupin, Horton, and Evan Siegel. Item 5, RS 2025-1706, a resolution to amend ordinance number BL 2023-51 to authorize the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County to replace the relocation of a fire hydrant assembly with the acceptance of a fire hydrant assembly for property located at 501 Sylvan Street, also known as 5th and Summer Revision 1. Sponsors Cap, Horton, and Evan Siegel. Item 6, RS 2025-1707, a resolution authorizing the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County to accept new public water main and fire hydrant assembly for property located at 1225 Sullivan Drive, also known as 4214 Central Pike Development. Sponsors Evans, Horton, and Evan Siegel. Item 7, RS 2025-1708, a resolution authorizing the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County to accept new public water main for property located at 22 Whitebridge Pike, also known as NES Whitebridge Substation. Sponsors Gadd, Horton, and Evan Siegel. Item 8, RS 2025-1709, a resolution to amend ordinance BL 2023-1796 to authorize the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County to add acquisition of a portion of property and to amend the portions of property previously approved to be acquired by negotiation, condemnation, or fee, simple take. For now 3 properties located at 1213, 1217, and 1221 Northgate Business Parkway. Sponsors Hancock, Horton, and Evan Siegel. And lastly, bills on second reading. Item 9, BL 2025-1150. Okay, that is not on consent. I take that one back. My apologies. Item 10, BL 2025-1157, an ordinance approving greenway conservation easement agreements between the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County through the Metropolitan Board of Parks and Recreation and Ingram Industries, Inc. for greenway improvements at 4400 Harding Pike. Sponsors Gadd, Toombs, Horton, Evan Siegel, Vo, Hill, Welsh, Allen, and Ewing. Item 11, BL 2025-1158, an ordinance approving a greenway conservation easement between the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County through the Metropolitan Board of Parks and Recreation, a BMTN owner LLC, and BMTN owner LLC for greenway improvements at 4500 Harding Pike. Sponsors Horton, Truffle, Evan Siegel, Vo, Gadd, Hill, Welsh, Allen, and Ewing. Item 12, an ordinance adopting the Geographic Information System Street and Alley Centerline Layer with the recordation of renaming, additions, and deletions of acceptances and abandonments as reflected on the centerline layer to date as the official street and alley acceptance and maintenance record for the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County. Sponsors Evan Siegel, Horton, and Gadd. Item 13, BL 2025-1160, an ordinance authorizing the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County to accept new public water and sanitary sewer force mains, fire hydrant assemblies, and easements for 2 properties located at 4144 Maxwell Road and 4316 Laverne Couchville Pike, also known as Martin's Grove. Sponsors Harold Horton and Evan Siegel. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, item 9, which is on second reading, BL 2025-1150 is not on consent. Is there anything else you'd like to take off consent? Okay, seeing none, I'd like to call for a vote. All those in favor, sorry? Oh, move for approval. Okay, all in favor? Oh, discussion. Okay, I'm so sorry, you guys. Discussion, is there any discussion on the consent agenda? Now seeing none. All those in favor? Okay. So, yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 in favor, 0 not in favor. 8, someone left? Okay, 8 in favor, 0 not in favor, none not voting. Okay, now we will move to our one item not on the consent agenda, BL 2025-1150. I'll read it one more time. An ordinance authorizing the Metropolitan Government's execution and delivery of a development agreement and ground lease agreement with the Tennessee Performing Arts Center Management Corporation, a campus operations and use agreement, and other documents and agreements relating to the development of a performing arts facility on a portion of the East Bank Stadium campus. I'm going to go to the sponsor to see if he would like to say some words. Oh, I'll go to you as soon as I let you talk.
Thank you, Vice Chair Ewing. Excited about this piece of legislation, the lease for the Tennessee Performing Arts Center. Appreciate all the folks that worked very, very hard to pull this together. We had a great Section 230 meeting on the 4th, and then also the East Bank Ad Hoc Committee meeting. So for folks that want to dive in deeper, I encourage you to check out the recordings of both of those. But we have the lease before us, and I also have an amendment that I'd like to bring forward. I know Councilman Parker has an amendment that I believe is friendly as well. So would love to move the bill and move the amendments.
Okay.
Move the bill first.
Okay, so back to you then to see.
I'm just trying to get it all done in one fell swoop.
I know.
I'd like to move Amendment 1, please.
Okay, moved and seconded. Do we have any discussion?
And I'm just double checking because there's a number of different. Okay, because there's Amendment 1 and Proposed Amendment 1. I was just double checking. So this would be Proposed Amendment 1. So a lot of the conversation has centered around the pedestrian bridge and pedestrian bridge access. Previously in the MOU, it was talked about, and so I wanted to make sure that that language was in here. So this would add language to the recitals about keeping the pedestrian bridge open, that Metro intends to do that, and also this construction site is adjacent to Wasioto Park, so making sure that that is open as well during the construction. And then lastly, the original legislation had a date of December 3rd for the community meeting, and so the date was actually December 4th, so it's housekeeping as well.
Okay, thank you. So we have moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion on the amendments or the bill itself? We're just on Amendment 1 of the bill. No, okay. Okay, now we will vote on Amendment 1. All those in favor of Amendment 1? Okay, back to the sponsor. Oh, all those opposed? Anyone not voting? Okay. Okay, the amendment has passed. Okay, now back to the sponsor.
Do I need to move the bill as amended, or?
Yes.
So move bill as amended with Amendment 1.
Okay, moved and seconded. Now is there any discussion? Councilman Parker, you're recognized.
Thank you, Vice Chair. I'd like to move Amendment 2 for consideration.
Okay, moved and seconded. Would you like to say anything about the amendment?
Absolutely. So if you look in the agreement, one of the important things that Metro is required to provide is alleyway access to the site. If you know anything about event production, that's a very critical aspect for any venue, especially as shows tend to have more and more lights and stuff and set pieces and whatnot that they bring with them these days. So in the agreement is drafted, it's very specific and very prescriptive about how that alleyway access is accomplished. I've had a number of conversations since our the 2:30 meeting and the East Bank Committee meeting, and as I understand it, it's overwhelmingly almost certain that, as contemplated in the agreement, that is how the alleyway access will be achieved. But what I proposed with this amendment is to allow for some flexibility should circumstances arise that the alleyway access needs to be accomplished in another manner other than what is prescribed here. If you haven't read through this, what's prescribed here is off of Davidson Street and Parcel F, which does require extensive reworking of the pedestrian bridge for that to be accomplished. Again, as I understand it, that is the overwhelmingly likely scenario. Everybody seems to be rowing in that direction. I just would prefer that we have some flexibility in the language to still be compliant with the agreement should circumstances arise that cause us to not be able to get that alleyway access specifically as prescribed. So that's what this amendment does. It just allows a little bit of flexibility. It should still allow everything as initially contemplated if that's the outcome. But the purpose of the amendment is to provide a little bit of site flexibility should that become necessary.
Okay, thank you for that. Was there any other discussion? CM Benedict, did you want to comment? No. Councilman Spain, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And this may be a question for the administration, but what is the current status of this agreement? Because if I'm not mistaken, the agreement itself has already been signed. So can we amend the language of an agreement that's already been agreed to?
I'll ask Mr. Rosenberg or someone from the administration to comment, please. Oh. Hang on one sec. Okay, you're recognized.
Hi, I'm Tom Cross from Metro Legal. I don't know whether TPAC has seen the amendment or discussed it with Councilman Parker or not. This set of provisions that's in the existing agreement was heavily negotiated because this is a very important issue for them. And it isn't clear, yes, it's always great to have flexibility, but it doesn't appear that there's any other way to get access other than by raising the bridge deck and providing alleyway access underneath it off of Davidson Street. So that's what it provides.
Thank you. Councilman Spain.
Thank you for that. And given that answer and the sponsor of the amendment's assertion that this is sort of already the understanding of this going forward, it seems like this might be problematic language to tinker with at this point. That's just an observation. Thanks.
Okay. Is there any other discussion on this amendment? Oh, Councilwoman Allen.
I mean, just to be clear, and I apologize that I have not studied the language in the amendment, but it sounds like it does not preclude the current solution. It just allows if an engineer with lots of money comes up with a better way to do it, then that would be a possibility. Can we get further information on how TPAC thinks about it before tomorrow? Do we have someone here from TPAC, representing TPAC? Yes, we do. Hold on one second. Thank you. You're recognized. If you could tell us your name and title first.
Hi, Jennifer Turner, President and CEO at TPAC. We have our project team looking at it. As Tom Cross mentioned, it was heavily negotiated language, so I would just need our project team to weigh in a little bit further to give a more definitive answer.
Do you think that could be provided in time for our meeting tomorrow?
It will be, yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yep.
CM Allen, did you have anything further?
I mean, I would say in that case, I would support this amendment and then ask for this information tomorrow on the floor, and then we can vote it down then if the project team has trouble with it. If they say we're good to go, then I think that sets us up better to have the discussion tomorrow.
Okay,
I appreciate
understood.
the sponsor making that suggestion.
Okay. All right, moving to a vote on Amendment 2. All in favor? Aye. All not in favor? Anyone not voting? Okay, we have 8 in favor, 0 not in favor. Okay, now we will go back to the bill as amended, and I will kick it back over to the sponsor.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Move the bill as amended.
Oh, CM Allen, yes.
Thank you. Just a discussion on another topic in there. In the analysis, I can't remember which exhibit it's in, there is a reference to sports betting and that will not be approved without STADCO approval. This was a topic that came up back last term, just with regard to sports betting, and I'm guessing that we didn't get anything in there about council approval for sports betting, but I would just, if anyone who was around then can remember, did we give up our rights to weigh in on that with the last agreement, or on the sports betting taking place in other places on the East Bank? This specifically says TPAC will not approve that or allow that without STADCO approval.
If memory serves, and it's been a couple of years, but I do believe that we agreed that we would not have sports betting on the entirety of the East Bank. There was going to be some, I think it was also limited at the stadium as well. But I can look into it a little bit further and see if I can get you a better answer.
Okay, thank you. I apologize for not coming up with that question over the weekend, but if we could know that before tomorrow, that would be great. Thank you.
Councilwoman Benedict, you're recognized.
Thank you, Vice Chair. I just wanted to confirm that I really need to know that before tomorrow. So it sounds like you're going to get that. That really is going to impact my vote on this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. If we can get that answer by tomorrow, that would be excellent. Okay, hang on one second. Councilmember Cash.
Thanks. I just didn't hear the vote on the First Amendment. Was it unanimous?
Yes,
Thank
it was. All right, any other discussion on the bill as amended? Oh, hang on one second. Councilmember Ellis, you're recognized.
Thank you. So I guess I wanted to offer up the question to Councilmember Benedict and Councilmember Allen. They were asking about sports betting. I know in some states it's legal. Right now it's not legal in Tennessee, but we do have the DraftKings down on 2nd Avenue. So am I understanding that my two colleagues are not in support of betting, or?
Okay, I think my colleagues are having a small sidebar. It appears that Councilmember Allen is not in favor. Hang on one sec. Councilmember Allen.
Thank you. That is correct. I do not see that as neighborhood friendly. I would prefer to ensure that we've got some guardrails on that.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Parker, were you? No. Okay. We're going to move on to the vote on the bill as amended. I'm going to call for a vote. All those in favor of the bill as amended? All those not in favor? All those not voting? Okay, we have it approved. 8 in favor, 0 not in favor. And with that, that is our final item. We are going to adjourn.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information on this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.